to another episode of the Learn Recruiter Podcast. I'm your host, Brett Clemenson, and today we are joined by Margot from Inspired Recruitment. Margot, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me today.
No worries. Look, I just want to start by, I saw online that you had won an award, and this is why I wanted you on the podcast. You had won Best Biller of the Year at your agency, and for me, that says a lot. Whether the numbers are big, small, otherwise, the fact is the cream rises to the top, and you did it, I really wanted to have a chat with you around what that looked like, what worked, what didn't work, and I think everyone in this podcast and this audience here can learn from great billers like yourself.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for jumping on. I will start by saying you've only been in the country for 3 years, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. 3 years in the country, 3 years in recruitment, first position in recruitment in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What were you doing before?
Oh, something very different. I have a PhD in geology, and I was a researcher at university in France, and moved across to join my husband, who is Australian. And so just arrived in Australia looking for a job like everyone else, and ended up at Inspired Recruitment.
Ironically, so I didn't even realise this, I recruit geologists. But
okay.
for the environmental science side of things. So, more on the contaminated land side of things. But perhaps you were doing more mining-based geology. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Nah, I avoided that thing. Okay.
Well, here we go. Live headhunt recruit here for a geology role. This is not how the podcast was meant to be. Let's talk about recruitment. So, you did, there's 9 people in your agency. You were the best biller for the last 12-month period, so well done. Talk to me. What do you think gave you that edge over your colleagues,
Well, that's a tricky one because I love my colleagues, and obviously I would say only nice thing about them, and I have some very close friends in the company. What made me different? Maybe I would say I do care about all my candidates, like whether they come from Africa, from Australia, India, and want a new life in Australia or a new job. I will care a lot, and I will try to make everything I can to make their life better than what it is now. Recruitment is about money for a lot of people. It is a little bit for me as well, I'm not gonna lie, but it is first and foremost for the people I represent and for the client and candidate I'm helping. So I will see a placement where no one can see it, basically. I will do some match that are not supposed to happen between schools and candidate, but it happens, so hence why I'm here today, I think.
So interesting. What I picked up on there is that what we didn't mention before is you're in the education sector. Yeah. So do you move people from interstate, internationally, a lot for your hires?
So first year, not really, but Australia has a huge shortage of teachers at the moment, and there's a lot of people overseas who wants to come and wants to bring their experience over, and they're recognized by the Australian government. So yes, we do also a lot of overseas, but we also do, of course, local candidate and interstate move, but overseas more and more. Okay,
interesting. And is this something that your company did before you got in, the international recruits, or is that something you said, hey, there's an opportunity here?
To be honest with you, I started on the first day of the company. So I'm the first employee of the company. So we started everything with the CEO, Lucas, and we just tried to fill in the demand of the school. They want a teacher. They're in a very remote area. Who's going to go there? Not an Australian citizen. So who else? So, and then we started like that.
Okay, that's interesting. So you didn't have recruitment experience. You were there from day one for an agency opening up. Let's talk about that. Do you know the director of your firm?
Not at all. So I moved in France and from France, and I was on Facebook groups like French in Sydney, like everyone is posting tips and stuff, and Lucas, the CEO, posted an ad, hey, I'm opening a startup, It's in an education sector. It's going to be recruiting. If you have a good level of English, send your CV over, no experience needed. I'm like, okay, well, sending my CV.
Okay.
And yeah, we had a first chat, went very well. Then I met with the investor because we're part of an investing group, which is 4 Pillars, and also went well. And so yes, on the first day, here I was, Inspired Recruitment. We built the website together. We chose the logo. So I was in Inspired Recruitment, and then the experience on the phone came with, yeah.
Okay. I have a feeling I know someone who's just joined 4 Pillars.
Oh.
Do you know Jesse Herrick of Calidus?
Oh, it's a brand new one who just joined, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I think he starts early next year.
Yeah, I think he will be in my office actually.
There you go. Small world.
Yeah, all the startups. We have a big office in Castlereagh, and most of the startups are sharing this office. So we're also with Curamore Healthcare Recruitment, Talent Align, which is more tech, and other company. Yeah.
And again, funny how these podcasts go. The 4 Pillars, I have no affiliation with them, never spoken to them, but it sounds like a really interesting prospect for smaller agencies who are looking to kind of maybe scale and don't know exactly how to do it, might need a bit
100%.
of capital behind them, might need a bit of strategy behind them. So there you go. Well, we have
Oh
a
yeah,
friend in common.
If anyone is hearing that today, if you want to make a step and be your own CEO, and if you want to open a recruitment agency, I will encourage them to reach out to Gareth Chambers, who is the one who take care of 4 Pillars and the portfolio, and you will be in good hand.
I might have to have a chat with him. So let's back to you. Look, Pillar of the Year at Inspired Recruitment. This is just such a wonderful advocating story of where, like, the good side of recruitment, right? Like, come off the street from overseas, no experience, 3 years in, you're top biller in a firm of 9 in a wider group of, private equity sort of funded capitalists, and I just love it. And I want to know now the dark side of things. We've heard about the gloss, we've heard about the good stories, but when you have good years, you have a lot of bad things happen too, right? So what would be the most difficult placement that happened in the last 12 months? What was the most difficult hurdle you had to overcome, do you think, in the last 12 months?
Wow. Yeah, education is a fast-paced recruitment, so we can make placement in 2 days, for instance. Okay. And then we have some placements who are taking ages. So I think we really need to be patient. One of my last placement, it was local candidate, local school. But let's be honest, some candidates are a bit of a pain. Everyone knew that. Everyone's trying to handle them. But these candidates wanted everything, every little bit in writing from the school. And usually the contracts are, very broad, and then they discuss together and they make things work, like everyone. But she refused to be in touch with the school and wanted me to handle every single line of the contract. And that made the process so long that it was really a pain, but everyone stayed calm and patient. She signed the contract. And
got the deal.
You got the deal, but
got the
oh
deal.
my god, yeah. Sometimes it's just like, what's happening? What do you want me to do? Just call the school and discuss with them.
I love it. So if you look back the last 12 months, what do you think you do the same, and what do you think you do different for the next year?
That's a hard question. The same, I would say, keep in touch with the candidate, making sure they're not going anywhere else, basically. And what I would do differently would probably be a bit more proactive in following up the candidate that I place to make sure that everyone is happy where they are. Especially we place people in very remote area, and sometimes they leave their entire family and just go into the school where they have everything provided, but they will be lonely. So I guess maybe a bit more of candidate care, if I can say, which is not easy when you place a lot of people and you need to keep at it. But I think candidate care, maybe. Yeah.
I love it. How many people would you have placed in the last 12 months?
I think we're close from 50-ish, maybe more.
One a week. It's a lot.
Yeah, we have work education. We have a big period, which is the January intake. So in January, probably 2/3 of my placements are happening in January because
Crazy.
of this big intake. So basically, from now until December, I will be at work every day and really on the phone because this is what's going to happen. That's the busy period for us. So that was a good timing for you to catch me at this time.
I love it. I love it. Look, I'll leave you with this. Last question, right? I don't love a KPI, but I think there's a place for the right KPIs. And more importantly, I think KPIs that make sense to the individual are really worthwhile because, everyone has strengths, everyone has weaknesses, and we tend to do better with our strengths in that we enjoy it because it's easy, right? And so I am always curious to know if you could only have one KPI to give you an indication of the health of your desk right now, your pipeline or whatever, what is that KPI that you would impose on yourself?
I think that would have to be the number of CV that I send across to client. Being on the phone, it's not the hard part. Shortlisting candidate, not a biggie. This is not where the money is. If you want to have and earn money, it will be because you're sending candidates to schools. If you don't have any candidate, but you have 300 jobs and you spend 10 hours on the phone per day, good on you. But where are the CV that you send? Do you have any candidate? So I would say CV sent, 100%.
I love it. I've been asked this question before, and my answer is one next step. It's how many first interviews? Because I feel like if you're getting the first interviews, you're getting everything prior to that right because the client's gone, yeah, hell yeah. And then from that point, it's just deal management. And so I think that you could send infinite CVs out and get 0 interviews, right?
I agree with that, but I think the education sector is a bit particular because we're in a candidate shortage one. So having an interview, it's not difficult when you have someone, you need a maths teacher, this person is a qualified maths teacher, easy,
right.
tick the box.
That's the hurdle. Okay, I'm with you.
Exactly.
I'm with
So,
you. Yep.
so the one is finding a candidate who wants to apply.
I love it.
That's the first
Look,
step.
to me, they're actually quite similar metrics, so it's a good one. Awesome. Well, look, you know what? I think you've had a wonderful year, and I really appreciate you jumping on. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
I think
no worries.
everyone's learned a lot from this. What is your challenge? How much are you trying to beat your record from last year?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give a number. I think everyone wants to reach it. It's gonna be 500,000 this year. It will be a nice one.
Very good. Very good.
And we have some incentives as well at 500,000. So this is me this year.
I love it. We used to have a 500,000 incentive, and it was, flights to New York. It was something like grandiose like that.
Very nice.
500,000 is not easy. As much
not.
as we talk about $1 million billers and $500,000 bills, the majority, I don't think 500,000 is attainable for a lot of people. So to be going after that big number, congrats, well done, and I reckon you can get there. Just stay on the straight and narrow. Listen to the podcast, give you some tips every week.
Maybe next year we will talk about that.
I love it. Margot, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was lovely.
No worries. All right, guys, that's all we have time for today. Like, share, subscribe. Helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day. May all your deals come true.